Choosing yourself means remembering you can't pour from an empty cup, and the right people will value you, not just what you do for them. For Sade, the realization came on a warm Lagos evening as she stood in the middle of her best friend's wedding reception at the Oriental Hotel. While her best friend danced on her wedding day, a sudden thought flashed through her mind, a thought that made her choose herself. But were her reasons enough to finally take the decision? 6 months ago, Sade lived in a modest one-bedroom flat in Surulere. Every morning, she woke up at 5 a.m. to beat Lagos traffic, squeezing herself into downfall buses that smelt of sweat and yesterday's troubles, just to get to her job as a customer service officer at a telecommunications company in Victoria Island. Her real problem wasn't money, it was people. Sade had this terrible habit of loving people more than they loved her. She would call her friends 10 times for every one call they made to her. She listened to her friends' problems and helped them fix their lives. She gave her time, her energy, her presence, no matter the hour, no matter the situation. But her eyes finally opened at her best friend's wedding. Her best friend since secondary school, Aduni, was getting married. Sade had been there for her best friend through everything: sad moments, pregnancy scares, heartbreaks. Sade was the friend who picked calls at 12 a.m., cancelled her own plans just to help her friends. But they were never there for her. So when Aduni announced her engagement at their usual hangout, Ebuka and Yaba, Tunde proposed, Aduni said. Sade screamed louder than anyone. She spent an entire Saturday in a bridal shop with her friend just to pick out the best wedding dress. Sade, you already know you're my chief bridesmaid, Aduni said. Those words filled Sade's chest with warmth. Then came the wedding planning meetings. The first one, Aduni forgot to call her. The second one, Sade saw it on Instagram stories. Aduni and 3 girls were laughing over champagne in Lekki restaurant. They chose the bridesmaid dresses without her, gold and burgundy.
Sade swallowed her oats, continued helping, researching vendors, because Aduni asked her to, negotiating prices, organizing things Aduni didn't even remember to say thank you for. 1 week to the wedding, Aduni called. So Sade, Tunde's family wants his cousin. She just came back from London to be the chief bridesmaid. You are removing me? I thought we'd planned this even before you thought about getting married, Sade asked. Silence. Sade, you'll still be my bridesmaid. Please understand. You know how these things are. I can't offend his family. There's nothing I can do. I've been planning this wedding with you for 6 months, Sade said. And I appreciate that. I really do. Sade, you're my best friend. You know that. This doesn't change anything between us. During the wedding reception, from the hotel room, Sade wore the gold and burgundy dress she paid 60,000 naira for. She made sure to look stunning on the wedding day despite not being her best friend's chief bridesmaid. During the event, Tunde's cousin, the chief bridesmaid, who contributed nothing, talking and laughing with Aduni, Sade felt uneasy. She stepped outside to take some fresh air. Sade stood by the hotel balcony, staring at the wide Lagos skyline, the traffic lights blinking, the city breathing. And in that quiet moment, she thought of all the times she had shown up for people, especially her friends. Yet, nobody ever showed up for her in the same way or valued her support. And she realized that she was tired. Tired of being forgotten. Tired of being used. Tired of giving everything and receiving crumbs. Her phone buzzed. It was her colleague, Timmy. Hey Sade, hope the wedding is fun. Just wanted to say you did amazing with that presentation. The boss keeps talking about it. You're really talented. Sade stared at the message. She thought of Timmy. the one person that looks out for her. She walked back to the hall. Looking at how happy her friend is, she just decided to stay to the end of the event. The next morning, Sade didn't check on anyone. She didn't call, didn't chase, didn't beg for attention. She decided to choose herself. She sat on her balcony with a cup of Milo and asked herself, what do I actually want? She thought about finishing a novel. She has also wanted to take a pottery class at Freedom Park. That week, Sade did something unusual. She stopped answering midnight emergency calls. When one of her friends, Bimbo, called crying about the same man she had advised to leave, "Bimbo, I love you, but I'm tired. Please, let's talk tomorrow. Just hold yourself together," Sade said. The guilt almost killed her, but she asked to stick to her new rule of choosing herself. She started pottery classes. She met Auntie Folake, a retired banker, bold and full of wisdom. "Let me guess, you are the friend everyone calls when they need help?" "How did you know?" Sade asked. "I could tell people's character from their work. I was like you too, until I turned 60 and realized I spent decades in other people's stories. I chose myself. Best decision of my life." That night, Sade opened her laptop. A novel she'd been writing, 43 pages in 3 years. She typed and typed. By 3 a.m., she had added 12 pages. By the end of the week, 50. Aduni called 2 weeks after the wedding. "Sade, I've missed you. Let's catch up soon." "I'm working on something. I'll call back," Sade said. But she didn't call back. 3 days later, "Sade, are you okay? You seem distant." Old Sade would have apologized, but instead she typed, "I'm fine. I'll reach out when I have time." 3 months passed. Sade finished a novel. She created a blog. She started feeling like a whole human being. People noticed the change. Some drifted away. Some drew closer, like Timmy. "You seem happier," Timmy said. "I'm happy. I'm just doing the things I wasn't used to," Sade replied. Unexpectedly, Adoni showed up at Sade's place. "I know I messed up. I took you for granted. I miss you, Sade. Can we fix this?" "I miss you too, but Ace must be different, equal. I can't return to being the friend who gives everything and gets little. Please just give me another chance. I'll try and do better," Aduni pleaded. "Then we'll try, slowly. But for now, I have a lot to do." Few months later, Sade got an email. A publishing house wanted a novel. She told her mother and sister, and even Timmy, who has been pushing her. They were so happy for her. One evening, Sade stood on a balcony, holding a warm cup of tea, thinking about the girl she used to be, the one who chose everyone else before herself. How she would have called everyone for validation. This woman, she celebrated herself first, because she finally understood that her worth wasn't determined by who stayed. It was determined by who she became. She stopped putting people first before herself. Not everyone stayed, but the ones that mattered did.